What's up, world? So I'm driving as usual, commuting, and that's when my mind is at, honestly, probably most ease other than when I'm meditating. Let me roll these up so y'all can actually hear me because I got something important to say. Something just came to my mind, something that I actually haven't thought about in a while. And what that is one of my past traumas, sexual assault in my own house by a stranger. And this was in 2000. And I'm not saying that thought never comes up, but it's definitely not frequent. I've definitely have conquered that. Even when it comes up, there's no emotion attached to it. My body's not reacting to it. There's no somatic experience how it was, before. That happened back in 2000. Something's wrong with my glasses. 2000. Oh yeah, something's definitely wrong. 2017. A few days before my birthday, so making it even harder to forget the dates. I'm really not a date type of person, but with that, it seems like I have no choice but to remember the date. And anyways, I was thinking about how much I've conquered and overcome because I don't think I give myself credit a lot of times. And I remember when it was so bad that I hated to close. I didn't even like closing my eyes, right? To think, close my eyes to rest, to sleep, or anything, because as soon as I do, the images and the visuals of what happened, what I did see out of what happened, because he had my eyes covered, he had wrapped a jacket over my head. He grabbed the jacket off of it was hanging on my door on your way in from the garage. He grabbed it. I was sleeping on the couch, and when you can sense someone, I wonder if I'm going to even post this. When you can sense a person standing over you is what I felt. And I woke up because I had that sense, and I saw this man's face right here. Some stranger, a stranger man face in my house, in my face while I'm laying on the couch. It was a millisecond because he immediately wrapped that jacket around my head, and he had a knife to my throat. I'm gonna stop there and I'll just go on to my story now. I just wanted to give you guys, paint a small fucking visual or whatever, right, of what I see when I would close my eyes. And that's what I would see replaying over and over and over again. That moment, that feeling of being on my couch in the comfort of my home, and then sensing a presence and waking up and it being a stranger. And then everything that, after that. And so I didn't like closing my eyes. For a while, it didn't matter if my eyes were open or closed. I couldn't get that out of my head. I would have panic attacks. Sometimes I'd have to leave work early. He was Hispanic, so for a little while I was nervous. And around Hispanic men, a lot of bodily somatic experience that came with those memories. And I had already been really studying and heavy in my journey, my spiritual journey. I had already done ayahuasca. I already had all the knowledge. Around that time, my yoga practice was just getting real. And so, real as in very consistent, very deep. You know what I mean? And so that's where I retreated to that knowledge, to that space, to the yoga, to the yogic philosophies. Not just the physical practice, but when you know the philosophy of yoga, your practice is different. You know why you're practicing. Whereas when you don't know and understand the philosophy of yoga, that mind science, it's a psychology. The psychology of the East is what yoga is. When you don't know that or understand that or haven't learned it or have the gist of that, you're only practicing yoga for the sake of being flexible, fit, in shape, etc. And yeah, you're still going to benefit and experience these spiritual transformations and these, awaken to these subtle energies of yourself in doing it, even if you don't know what that is. You're still going to experience that. But when you know what that is and understand what's happening, it's a whole nother experience. So with my knowledge and my practice, that's what I used. I went to that. I said, I have all this knowledge. I do all this yoga. My meditation game was small. It wasn't as developed as it is now. I was somewhat meditating, not a lot. I dove into all of that to get myself out of that sunken place that I was spiraling down in, to relieve myself of that fucking anxiety and those attacks, panic attacks. And now, fast forward to today, I can have that memory and not be emotionally affected by it. I don't get mad. I don't get angry. I don't get sad. My body doesn't start to feel that somatic anxiety, fear, or anything. Literally nothing happens. Do you have any idea what I'm saying to you? I can relive the memory without reliving it. So let me rephrase. I can remember. I'm not reliving. That is what the fuck it means to tackle and conquer your anxiety and your PTSD, and to find peace in the mind and joy and bliss. It doesn't mean that all of your shit disappears, guys. I'm not here to make your shit disappear forever. No, it's gonna be there. It's embedded in your brain. It's not like, you know, unless you go into some hypnosis, deep hypnosis shit, and that's not the type of stuff I'm doing. Now, I'm doing yoga nidra, and that's somewhat similar, but it's not to erase your memories. It's to reset and reprogram your response, okay, to your memories, to your most horrible, traumatic fucking experiences and memories, so that you no longer relive it when you remember it. Every time you relive it, your body goes through it again. Everything in your being goes through that again, as if it's happening right now, this very fucking current moment. You have to disconnect from that shit. And that is literally what I help people come to, get to, because I did. That's all that I know how to, I did that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm just out here doing random shit just because I believe in it. No, I experienced it. And then after I experienced it, I've helped others experience it. Until it got to the point where I said, I should like do this for people full time. Like, this is the shit. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I just sat here while I'm driving on my way to a client, actually, and, you know, took the time to congratulate myself, celebrate that win, that I can have that memory when it comes up randomly and not be attached to it, not be emotionally attached to it, and not relive it. I think that's a really big fucking deal. Especially when I think back to just a few years ago when that was not the case. After that experience, I left everything. It was bad. I left my job. I left this fucking country. Literally, I went on a hiatus. I came back to nothing and broke as fuck because I left everything. I said, I don't give a fuck. Nothing got paid while I was gone on my hiatus. That's when I went to Bali. I was gone for almost 3 fucking months. I had to go. It was just that fucking bad. And I got so much clarity and so much healing and so much relief because I spent 30 days out of that 3 months immersed in meditation and yoga and eating clean food and being around highly spiritual beings and just absorbing that and really connecting with source and my higher self, and my body and mind was full of light. Everything became so clear. I was decluttered and unclogged, you know what I mean? And I had to get a way to do that. So I try to, what I do now is I offer that to people, but at their homes, you know what I mean? You don't have to run away to experience that. You don't have to. I did because I'm a healer, and I want to take these things, these extreme things, and offer them to people in the modern world, in their day-to-day. I want them to have access to that. So my programs are designed based off of all of my knowledge and everything I've learned from my experiences, my trips and my hiatuses, and the tools and practices that were gifted and taught to me by gurus and other master teachers. And I put it all in a package, and I deliver it in a way that's paced and realistic and doable for the average working American in the modern world. And then I also have an immersive experience that's shorter in time, but more intense and more frequent in sessions and whatnot, for those who have deeply rooted things and want to just get to the fucking bottom of it. My name is Shy, if I didn't say that. And I'm a mind-body transformation coach, the founder of Blue Lotus Healing. And every month I take on a few clients that are interested in enrolling into my programs that are struggling with anxiety, depression, and PTSD. That is what I do. And I offer them a transformative healing spiritual experience, mind and body. It's a holistic healing experience, and it addresses every part of the human being, not just the physical part of the human being, not just the emotional part of the human being, not just but all parts of the human being and that human being's life experience. So if this resonates, you know, if you guys or anyone watching this can relate to what it feels like to have trauma that haunts you, where you can't sleep, where some days you can't even function just to be a normal functioning person at work or with your family, or this experience is always just haunting you in the back of your mind. It's a cloud that follows you everywhere. If you know what that feels like and you want relief from that, you would like to break free from the shackles of those memories that are keeping you in that time, in that experience. You are ready to enjoy the now. You are ready to experience all the wonders and joys of life, because I'm telling you, there's so fucking many all around you every day of every minute. You just don't feel that right now because your body and your mind is living and experiencing your traumas most of the time. It's coloring your current reality. It's coloring your now. Send me a message some type of way. I don't know where I'm posting this. It's long, so probably on YouTube. But send me a message some type of way, and let's chat, let's talk about how I can help you through that and be your guide and your friend at the same time, your support. You don't have to do it alone, and you don't have to go through trying to figure out how. I've got the whole blueprint for you. Have a good day, guys. See you on the other side. Blue Lotus.
There is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel it, though I do not see it. It is this unseen power which makes itself felt and yet defies all proof, because it is so unlike all that I perceive through my senses.